A friend bought me this book last year, and it just made its way to the top of my pile, which I have a huge pile of books, and it's very timely. I thought it would encourage you to understand narcissism from a not like a narcissistic person, but a narcissistic entity, a religion, a belief system, a political party, you know, um, communism, socialism, totalitarianism. They're all narcissistic entities. It's all about power and control. And the 2x2 culture is no different. It is all about power and control. Nothing must make the leaders, not true leaders, but the ones in charge, lose power and control and lose their money. It's the root cause of all the harm that's been done. Anyways, I just wanted to read you the preface of this book, because if you could put the 2x2 culture in the place of a human, it really, really fits. And you can leave if you want to. Once upon a time, an 8-year-old girl sat on the floor of a stuffy cafeteria in an elementary school in New England and watched as a troupe of circus performers from New York City gave a show at her school. It was the 1970s, an era before any kind of multicultural awareness, and the little girl with her foreign name, brown skin, and 2 tight braids in her hair had taught herself to be invisible, like I did. The circus chose their volunteers from the gaggle of children, one boy to be an elephant, a girl to be a juggler's assistant. The luckiest boy was the ringmaster. Finally, the circus folks held up a costume. It was satin, a deep shade of purple, festooned with fringe and sequins. All of the girls swooned, including the little girl with the braids. Every girl's hand shot up except hers. Pick me, please pick me, they shrieked. How did they have the courage, thought the little girl with the braids. Weren't they afraid? The head of the troupe ignored the children with their hands up and chose the little girl with the braids. She trembled and put her head down, tears welling up, and quietly said, "No, thank you, sir." He looked at her and gently asked, "Are you sure?" And she quietly nodded. The girl sitting next to her grabbed at the opportunity and wore the costume with pride. He asked the girl with the braids what part she wanted, and she said she would be content as part of the horse's costume, where she would be hidden. She would spend years thinking about what it would have felt like to wear that purple sequined wonder of a dress, but that day she was so frightened of the taunts of her classmates and simply of being seen. From the very beginning of her life, she had internalized the message that her wants, dreams, and needs weren't worthy of being seen, and that she wasn't enough. Her kind and compassionate mother's dreams had been thwarted and silenced, and the little girl felt she didn't have a right to them either. Until she did. While I still may not own a fabulous purple sequin dress, I recognize that we can pull ourselves out of the stories of the narcissistic people or systems, in parentheses, that defined us, silenced us, clipped our wings, taught us our dreams were grandiose, filled us with shame, and for a time stole our joy. That we can have love stories, success stories, and happiness, yet comprehend that there will still be dark nights of the soul, and that the shadow of self-doubt remains a fellow traveler. And we can pay it forward and let folks know that what happened was real and that they are enough. I did, and every day I see more and more people who do. We can begin to break the intergenerational cycles of devaluation and invalidation and psychological self-harm. These stories must be told. I still don't know if I would have the courage to grab hold of that spangled dress today. But I'd like to think that the little girl with the braids and the big brown eyes and the name no one could pronounce would have rocked it. And from my little girl's heart to all of you, I know you can too.